Walter Bender, how are you?
Very well, Dan. Great to see you.
It's so good to see you. It's been a long time. So, um, long time ago, you had two roles connected to my life. You were the fearless leader of the Media Lab. And by the way, thank you for your role in that. It was a tremendous adventure. And you were on the quiz committee, on the subjects committee, when during the case that I want to describe now and to get your memory. So first of all, let me describe that, and please let me know if this fits your memory or not. So one thing that I actually have evidence from the quiz people is that I had approval for a protocol on money and pain from 2004, and I started running the experiment. And I went through a lot of process to approve the equipment and the process, and I went over it myself and so on. And at some point, I submitted that there was some changes on something procedural. So if we think about the essence is electrical shocks and the process and the experiment, there was something about that was approved, and I asked for some changes in the other procedures. And anyway, then we had something regrettable, a participant complaint. The committee asked me for the protocol. I sent the protocol. It turned out there was some procedural detail that wasn't correct. And as a consequence, the committee decided that I could not lead data collection for a year. Now, here's another component of this, is that I wrote the committee and I said, hey, you haven't heard my side of the story. And I got an email back from somebody who by mistake CC'd me on it. He thought he CC'd the committee. And that person said, okay, we have to listen to Dan, let's let him speak, but let's make sure that we don't change our opinion about the 1 year that I could not lead data collection. Okay, that's the story. Anything from that you think is inaccurate?
No, I remember the protocol. I remember some of the discussion. The CUIS is the Committee on the Use of Humans as Experimental Subjects at MIT, and any protocol that involves humans as experimental subjects has to get approved. The members include people from all over campus. And I was the representative on the committee from the Media Lab for a number of years. We reviewed a lot of protocols, a lot of your protocols.
Yes.
I do remember that protocol. I remember that protocol being approved. And I do remember that there was a complaint by one of the subjects on that protocol. We had a discussion. The committee decided to take some action in that regard. And as I recall, they suspended you from being able to be the principal investigator on protocols for a year.
Yeah, I could still submit grants and do lots of other things, but I couldn't lead data collection.
You couldn't lead it. You couldn't. Yeah, and I don't remember any of the details of exactly, what the violation was. I just know that it was triggered by a complaint by one of the subjects.
Yeah,
and,
but what was your sense? Was this like on the range of how serious violations are?
I don't think that there was anything that was sort of harmful physically. I think somebody got upset. I think that there was some, minor protocol issue. I don't remember what that issue was, but I don't remember it as being anything particularly serious. But MIT takes these things seriously and decided, I think, to sort of send a message saying we don't want one straying from the written protocol that's been approved, and so we're going to let Dan know he's shut down for a while.
Yeah, and so there are kind of three rumors about this. One is that the protocol was not approved, and
No, I absolutely recall the protocol being approved. I recall some of the discussion about it, and we decided it's a little unusual, but we think it's a worthwhile experiment and is not high risk for any individual subject. And we said, okay, go.
Very good. And the second rumor is that I was suspended from MIT.
I have no recollection of you being suspended from MIT for this or any other reason.
Yes, the same here. Nobody told me
Yeah.
And then there's another rumor that, of course, at some point I left MIT and moved to Duke. What is your some good people out there are putting them one after the other and saying one is because of the other.
I'm not aware of any causal relationship there at all. I think Duke made you a very attractive offer and took it.
What would you say that when I left, the time when I left MIT, everybody involved?
I think, yeah. But when you left MIT, this incident was long past, and things were.
Yeah,
you know,
I felt at least wanted and loved, not not rejected. Okay, so I hope I know sometimes how misinformation works. You bring something up and you say it's not true, and people remember it even to a higher degree. Let's hope this is not the case here. Walter, thank you for your time, and I hope to catch up in a deeper way in the near future.
I enjoy following your career and your research, and I hope it continues to be fruitful. And thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much.